Hi guys, I'm Addie. I'm the makeup expert at the Body Shop store in Soho on Oxford Street. I'm really excited to show you a look that I was inspired by at Fashion Scout London this February. It's like a grungy rock chick, super smoky eye that Lan created for one of the designers on the catwalk. So yeah, I'm going to show you my own interpretation of it. So I've already prepped my skin using these products here, and I'm going to prime my skin right now using the fantastic new product Insta Blur that we've got in store. I'm going to use the foundation brush for that. You only need a small amount just for the oily areas. So the great thing about the Insta Blur is that it unifies the complexion. It's suitable for all skin types and all skin tones as well. Gives you 12-hour shine control. It smooths over pores and also fine lines, which is perfect for when you're doing your flawless base. So now I've primed the skin, I'm going to go on to use our amazing BB cream, one of my favourite products. Again, I'm using the foundation brush. You don't need much, I'm just going to blob it onto the skin. So the great thing about the BB cream as well is that it's so moisturising because it also contains community fair trade marula oil, which conditions the skin. And now I'm going to use the all-in-one concealer. You can see I've got a little blemish, so I want that to go. I'm going to use a foundation brush. I'm just going to even out the skin tone here. If you just pat it onto the skin, you get rid of the brush marks as well. Okay, so next thing I'm going to use is the Lightening Touch, which is perfect for eliminating dark circles. It's basically got these light reflecting particles, so they illuminate the skin. I'm patting it into the skin rather than rubbing it so I don't drag and create wrinkles and fine lines. And the next product I'm going to use is the new Insta Blur for the eyes. So what this does is it preps the eye, primes the eye, conceals it, so evens out the skin tone, and also intensifies the colour. I'm just going to use the normal eyeshadow brush for this. I'm just going to put it all over the eyelid and up to the brow bone. Everywhere I'm going to use the colour. Next, I'm going to use the Smoky Black Carbon Eye Definer just to line the eye and then blend it in with the other end. I'm just going to pull the eye so I can see it properly. It doesn't matter if you do it messy because obviously we're going for a rock chick look. So using the other end to blend it and smoke it out. So it's basically going to extend everything that I've already done. Right, next I'm going to use Colour Crush Eyeshadow 360. Creates like a highlighter effect. And I'm using the blender brush. The great thing about the Colour Crush eyeshadows is that they're quite versatile, so I like to use them just underneath the eye here. It creates like an illuminating effect. It's really great for contouring, but I'll show you more of that later on. I'm now going to add a pop of colour, so I'm going to use number 310 Berry Cheeky. So I'm just going to start in the corner of the eye here. If I just blend it in, it kind of loses some of the pigment. You just pat it into the eye. I'm going to take that all the way across. And to add more drama, you can actually get it right into the corner of the eye. To create more of a smoky look, I'm going to use number 320 Grape Expectations. So start halfway across the eyelid, circular motions outwards, blending it all together. So I've obviously got the pop of colour. I want to get the dark smoky look now. For that, I will be using my 015, which is called Moonlight Kiss. I'm going to start off by using my normal eyeshadow brush. I'm just going to pat it on to create more colour pigment. If you just smooth it into the creases, and then I'll use the blender brush to get it a bit more messy. When you're doing this, if you can see, I'm just kind of doing a winged effect. It just follows the natural line of the eye and curve it back towards the middle. I'm going to stick with the black, but I'm going to use the blender brush because I want to get a bit more smoky, less kind of neat. So I'm just going to work it in here. So you can just stop where the brow bone is here, this part. To get the pop of colour back, I'm going to go back to the Berry Cheeky using the normal eyeshadow brush and just creating a line just underneath the black. Just to finish off the smoky eye look, I'm going to use our 2-in-1 brow and gel liner. This will just give the eye a bit more definition. You only need a small amount of the gel, so you just dip the brush in. I start from the middle of the eye, but everyone's different, so you're just doing little strokes. Goes on really smooth and easy, it's really nice. If, like me, you've got shorter lashes, this gel liner is really good for getting in between there and creating that full lash look. I know a lot of people struggle with like liquid liner and gel liners, but this is genuinely really easy to use. You just do little strokes, then you can't go wrong. I'm not going to do it underneath, I'm just going to keep it on top because it is quite dramatic already. To finish off the eye, I'm going to use our Super Volume Mascara in black. I'm going to start with the bottom lashes. People have all kinds of funny faces for putting mascara on. Hopefully I don't look too weird. And we start off moving. And I'm going to put a lot on. But this mascara is really good for giving like a full, thicker, volumized look. A major part of creating a smoky eye is also to frame the face by having nice defined brows. So I'm going to do that next and start off by brushing through them with the brow and lash comb. So I always brush upwards. It looks a bit messy. If you brush them upwards and then smooth it across, you can kind of create a shape doing that, and just gently underneath. Now to kind of colour my brows in, I would usually use the brow liner kit, but today I'm going to use our new product, which is the gel liner, which you can also use on the brows. I'm going to use this in brown, and you literally only need a tiny amount for this. What I'm going to do is I'm extending my brows out using the gel. It's just so it's on par with here, this part of my eye. And again with the outer bit of the eyebrow, I want it to kind of come up to about here. So the edge of the eye, if you think of an imaginary line, it's going to stop here. The gel liner is really good for if you want striking eyebrows. I think the powder is for more of a natural look, but obviously we're going for the drama here, so this is why I've got the nice chiseled eyebrow. And the good thing about the gel is that it stays. So if you want something that's long wearing, long lasting, and it just stays put, then the gel one is the one. So just to soften it a little bit so it's not as severe, I'm just going to go through it with the brush. Now that my eyes are complete, again I'm just going to make sure that there's no fallout here. I'm just going to use the lightning touch again, and I'll just blend that with my foundation brush. Now I really want to contour my cheekbones, make them really chiseled, as well as my jawline, so I'll show you how to do that. For this I'm going to use that brown liner kit. So it's literally multi-uses this, I really love it. I am going to start off by using the foundation brush. I'm just going to pull my cheekbones in. So what I'm doing here is I'm creating a shadow. It looks really dramatic, but I'll blend it in. So I've done this, I'm going to exaggerate the shadow. And don't worry about it looking a bit harsh, I'm going to blend it with a brush later on. So when you contour, it's basically about creating light and dark, like shadows and light. To blend in the darker bits, I'm going to use Colour Crush number 215, it's called Coconut's About You. Palette again. I'm using the blusher brush for this, just softens the lines that you've created. Just to give a little bit of colour, I'm going to use the Very Cheeky again. I'm just going to put it up here, just for a hint of colour. Not too much because it's more about the eyes. I'm just doing it in circular motions because I find you can blend it in and work into the skin a bit better that way. What I want to do now is highlight the skin underneath the eye and down the nose. And I'm going to do that by mixing Colour Crush 115 Be My Clementine with number 105 Oh Honey. I'm going to use the lighter shades here, and I've already got my darker shadows here. And I'm mixing the two colours because one's a bit goldy and one's a lighter colour. You can see it's created a nice highlight effect. It's really pretty. And then just for my nose, I'm going to use the blender brush. I'm going to pat it down, just give it a little wiggle and then it blends. Don't get like the harsh line. And then you can always add a few little patterns. A bit more underneath the eye. So now I'm going to use the Honey Bronze powder in 04. That'll just set all the makeup that I've already done and even out the skin tone. This is quite matte as well. Even though I want the glow of the highlighter, I don't want it to look shiny or oily. This also just blends in any dark patches from the contouring. To finish, I'm going to do a nice nude natural look on the lips. So I'm going to be using number 350. I'm not going to bother with any lip line because I literally want it to just look really natural. Then to just have that full lip look, I'm going to add some lip gloss. I'm using the Mint lip gloss because it's clear. Putting it in the middle of the lips. So that draws the light then. Like so. Just to give it that rock chick translucent finish, I'm going to be using our Brush On Sunlight. I'm just going to dust it all over the face. This is more for highlighting anyway. It doesn't really give too much colour, which is good because we want to keep that contoured look. This is great on photographs, by the way. And then just to set it all, I'm going to use our Vitamin C Energizing Face Spritz. I absolutely love this rock chick look, and if you do too, you can recreate it by using all the products that are listed in the description box. If you like to give it a thumbs up and let me know as well any other looks that you'd like me to recreate, and I'll do that, and hopefully see you soon.